and we're ready to hear it. So, Ellen, we're ready. We're gonna bring you on up here. All right, she's ready. So let's bring Ellen on up. Ellen, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
We're doing good. Welcome to the Dale and Cat Show. I tell you what, you got a great lineup coming up this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You sure
I
do.
love all those bands.
You got a lot of great bands, but before we get into that, Ellen, and it's Rock to Stop Suicide, and I kind of want to get the backstory of the reason and why you're putting this on. If you can tell the audience out there.
Sure. I lost my 19-year-old son to suicide in February of 2016. And every year for his birthday, which is August 25th, I've been doing acts like random acts of kindness or something special to honor him. And since he would be 25 this year, I decided to do something a little bigger and started planning this in March. Just kind of mentioned it to my husband, like, what do you think? And it took off like wildfire. And so, but every year since he died, I've been walking in the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Out of the Darkness walk in Baldwin Park in Orlando every February. And just like any other walk or 5K kind of thing, we have individual fundraising pages online. And so I've been doing that every year. And this year I just wanted to, make it a lot bigger donation to them. Yeah. So everything that is donated at the event will go directly to my walk page and for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
That's awesome. And I know it has to be difficult, and I couldn't ever imagine. I know that I've had friends that have gone through what you've gone through. We know it's not the answer, and for you to do what you're doing, to let people make it aware that there is another way that to talk to somebody. Like tonight, there could be somebody out there listening tonight. They're just saying, they want to end their life, and I'm going to be, I talked about this today at work with a friend of mine and how it reaches so close to home because, sometimes there's a lot of people think about it. I'm even one of them that thought about it one time. At one point, I even had a gun in my head and ready to pull the trigger, but I knew for my kids, I couldn't do that. So I know God stopped me or whatever, but there was a reason I didn't. But I know it affects so many people. I've got a best friend that lost his daughter to suicide, and he gets a great group called Suicide Survivors, and it gets so close to home. So I'm really passionate, and I'm wanting to see how this is going to turn out because I know you're going to do some great things and get this awareness out. And we're looking forward to it. We're looking so forward to this great lineup of great musicians that you got out there. And some of the stuff that you got is unreal. I mean, some of the raffle stuff that you got.
Yeah, it's amazing. The local music community is a tight-knit group, even though, there's a lot of us out there, but it's a tight-knit group and, like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So, and this is a cause that everybody wants to get behind. So they're like, well, let me contact this person. Let me contact that person. Yeah. And my friend knows this one and that one. Mm-hmm. So, it has gone so much more than what we ever imagined it to be.
Good.
Yeah, we're looking so forward to it. Such a great lineup. Let me put one of the flyers up there because, so many great bands you're going to start off with. You got Miss Intent. We've been talking about this for last month with all these great bands. Skin Deep, what a great band. Grindstone Centers, Sound Theory, which we just played one of their videos right at the beginning of the show. Kathy wants to call them Sound Therapy. And My Generation, Picture Show, Overkill, High Persona. And look, we're going to have the Art of Gene and Rockin' Michael. That's pretty cool. And your MC is Randy Tipton.
Nice.
Mayor of Main Street.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And you know what? I heard you got a real great photographer going to be there also.
Yeah, I try.
Well, why? How comes he's not in there sitting next to you?
My husband, he is.
Well,
I'm
come
not
on over there. Look.
He doesn't like to be on TV.
Look
he likes
at
being behind the
that.
camera. I get that. Check that out.
Isn't that pretty?
He's holding up the guitar though. Hold on, where is it?
Oh my God! And it's
That's
signed
beautiful.
Sammy Hagar,
Sammy Hagar.
Jeff Blando,
Well,
Joel
Blando.
from White Snake, and Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh,
Paul
Wow.
Brennan, Mark Slaughter. It's amazing.
Wow.
It just the guitar traveled all over the country with Jeff Blando and was almost auctioned off accidentally for $3,300 until he proved it at the last minute. So.
At a different benefit in Austin, Texas. Yeah, it was.
No kidding.
They went on to play, and the guitar was supposed to be safe somewhere, and then somebody grabbed it and put it up for auction.
oh my word! Oops.
Then on the back,
beautiful.
Blando documented the back.
Wow.
This
That's
nice.
beautiful. That is nice.
That is so cool.
So that'll be at an auction. Also, you have a lot of other guitars too, right?
That's going to be a raffle item actually, because we want people who can't afford $1,000 or more to bid on a silent auction item to be able to have a chance at winning it, because that's our logo on that guitar.
Yeah.
So we want everybody to have a chance at it.
Yeah. And I hear you have a drum head also that's been signed by 50 drummers.
Exactly 50 drummers. Yep, we got the last one last night. And that was my husband's original goal, was to get 50 on that 22-inch drum head, and he did it.
Now, was there a reason why 50?
I don't know, just seemed like a nice round number.
Like a good number. and who's some of the big names on there?
Shannon Larkin from Godsmack.
Wow.
Artemis Pyle.
Wow.
From Leonard Skinner.
Sean
Shannon from Molly Hatchet. And all the local guys. Timbo from the Beautiful Bastards.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody.
Everybody
so
signed. Cool.
Yeah, and you're so right when you talk about the musicians, how it's a tight-knit family, and they are. It's like, when we do benefits, and we do quite a bit, and we go to quite a few of them, it's a lot of the musicians, it's the musicians and a lot of the biker community. I tell you, they come together and they do so much for the community. And the musicians, I tell you, they don't get enough credit for the things that they do, because they come out there and they give their time and they give their heart, and they'll put a show. If there's 10 people out there, they're going to put a show like there was a million, so it's just great. And the lineup you got, I'm just looking forward to it. And this is going to start. Let me put that.
We're going to put up the picture. Isn't that
beautiful? That is so beautiful. I want that.
That was before the autographs. And
that's
now it's covered with all those autographs.
Beautiful logo.
That's a great logo.
I'd like to give a shout out to Brando Guitar Company, who did the custom wrap on that guitar. And Donnie Lee from my generation was the one that actually did the wrapping.
Wow.
At their warehouse.
Now, where are they located?
They're in Sanford.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just across the street from the Oasis on the river, actually.
Okay.
All right, we've been there, and this whole event's going to be taking place, guys. It's going to be at 114 South Park Avenue at Sanford, Florida. If you guys can see the ticker tape, we got it going on. It's going to be August 22nd, this Sunday. This Sunday from 12 until 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Boy, it's going to be a long, great day.
Yes, it is.
Worth it.
So, do you want to hear some other silent auction items we have?
Yes, please tell us.
Okay. Well, we have a bass guitar that we have 4 autographs on, and one of them is Jonathan Cain from Journey, and another one on there is Pat Travers.
Nice.
Kurt Froelich from LA Guns, and
Tony
Rombola from Godsmack.
Oh,
That is awesome.
And
Angus Young.
then we have an Angus Young autographed guitar that's also going to be a second raffle item.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Raffle tickets will be sold for $5 each for both the logo guitar and the Angus Young guitar.
Oh man.
We have a Cheap Trick signed album by all 4 members.
Nice.
What else do we have?
Oh,
We have
ZZ Top.
the ZZ Top Billy Gibbons signed CD in a nice frame.
Ellen, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
We have a comment. Our mate down in Australia would like to know if he can bid on the auction from Australia.
Not this year. So this is the first time I've ever, done this. And we just don't have the capability this year to do any kind of online auction.
Could he do it over the phone?
I don't really want to go that route.
Yeah, I don't blame
That's
you.
okay. That's all right.
Then we have to ship it, and we just don't. We haven't thought that far in advance.
Thanks for asking, though.
Well, thanks for asking. At least they're asking about it in Australia.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do online auctions. So originally, when I mentioned this to my husband, it was just this year because Jeff was going to be 25. And I wasn't thinking about, anything in the future. And then after about a month, it was like next year. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I guess this is going to be an annual thing now.
That's awesome. That is great.
And hopefully WMMO 98.9 Orlando radio station is going to get behind us because we got into contact with them late in the game this time, and they're very excited about doing partnering up next year. So hopefully we can get that online auction and other things that we weren't able to do this time.
I knew somebody was going to ask, though. I figured your brother would be asking.
I got a brother. He collects guitars too, and I'll be putting in for the raffle also because I got a wall full of guitars myself because I'm just a magician, not a musician.
Well, you coming to the event?
What's that?
Are you coming to the event?
Of course we're going to be there.
Yeah.
We're going to be there. We'll be there probably about 11:30 in the morning.
All right.
Awesome.
Okie dokie. Sounds great.
Yeah, we'll be there. So we're looking forward to it. I know you guys are busy and got a lot of things going on, and we're looking forward to seeing you there. This is very important, guys. This is, it's awareness. There's teenage suicide. There's veterans that are committing suicide every day. We got to make this awareness. Like I say, we have family and friends that are survivors of suicide. And suicide is not the answer. Because it affects so many people. That we leave behind, so we got to make awareness, that there's somebody out there, that needs somebody, call somebody there. There's hotlines, you can go to the suicide prevention lifeline, it's 1-800-273-TALK, talk to somebody, there's
24/7,
24/7, there's somebody you can talk to, I imagine if somebody needed to talk, Alan will take your phone call. Somebody will take your phone call.
We'll take your phone.
We'll take your phone call. There's that is not the option out there because I know there's people every day thinking about it. Like I say, I've had a gun to my head and ready to pull the trigger.
I've been there before too.
And I know there's a lot of people that think that, but there's some of them that go through it. Sometimes you just got to talk to somebody. That just that talk can change that whole day. So we want to thank you, Ellen and Tim, for what you're doing and getting awareness out there because it is very important because it is happening every day. You have to deal with it every day of your life. And that's something that I don't know how a parent can do. It has to be, I couldn't imagine. But you're
When
doing something
things
awesome.
like this to honor him, that helps.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about your son.
His name is Jeff, spelled with a G, and he grew up in Orlando, graduated from Winter Park High School in 2014. He loved sports. He loved animals. He played lacrosse, baseball, golf, football. He was pretty much the life of the party, but he did not like the attention. Like, he wasn't trying to do it for attention. He just had that kind of a personality that lit up a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was always making people laugh.
Oh,
God bless you, and we're looking forward to seeing you this Sunday, and for this great event. So, guys, come on out there, come support this great event. It's going to be over at the Alley. For a lot of people in Florida, they know where the Alley's at. We love going over there. We love Sanford. Sanford, Florida is great, and
looking
forward to all these great pictures that Tim's going to be taking.
Yeah.
Tim, do you have anything you want to add?
No, just I want everybody to be there, and like, I'm going to take 1 million pictures, so I'm going to document this thing. I'm going to make a book about it, so we can show it for next year. If WMMO wants to get on board, we'll have a book to show them, and maybe we can auction the book off for charity next year also.
There you go.
Oh, that's an idea.
There you go. So I think, next year, and this year is going to be great, but if you're going to do it next year, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're going to have a packed house this Sunday. I guarantee that. That's for the great cause, and all the great people going to be there.
If I could add, we do have a website. It's rocktostopsuicide.com, and the event schedule is updated on there. So the order that the bands are listed on the poster is not how it ended up, because some things happened and we had to switch people around.
Yeah.
So the actual schedule of the times that they'll be playing is on the website. If you click on the event schedule.
Now,
there's lots of other things on there too. There's a Get Help Now tab where it has all kinds of hotline numbers and information about.
That's what I was just going to ask you, if there were resources on there. And what about groups for families such as you and Tim? Unfortunately, there's so many families out there that are going through the same thing, and it's going to be a lifetime of sorrows. But are there other resources on there? Hey,
there he is.
Are there other resources on there for people such as yourselves? Maybe there's a support group for families.
I didn't put it on the website, but if it's for parents who've lost a child, then the Compassionate Friends is an excellent organization that's specifically for parents who have lost children and siblings who have lost brothers and sisters. And that's a nationwide group, and there's local chapters all throughout the nation.
Mm-hmm.
But I should put that on there. You're right. Thank you.
You're more than welcome to share that link on our page if you'd like to do that on the Dale and Cat page.
But that's not just for suicide. That's for any parent who's lost a child by any means.
Yeah,
sure.
And the siblings. There's a local Orlando support group that does now Zoom and in-person meetings called Halos, Healing After the Loss of Suicide. And I'll have resources on site about that organization. Source for mental illness, mental health. They have free classes. They're actually having a free class on Sunday during our event. They have them all the time around town, and I believe that you can do some online things as well. So that's an excellent resource that people
to know.
can learn about the different signs and how to help people, you know, because that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't know what to do, you know.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why we're having this is how do you help? And it's okay to ask for help.
Mhm.
That's what I think that's what my son's issue was, is that he was afraid.
Yeah.
You know, he thought that being labeled crazy was going to be something that he didn't want to deal with. So.
And we know that wasn't the answer. So we're looking forward to seeing you Sunday, and you and Tim. I know it's going to be a great time. You guys are going to have a lot of. Do you guys still need more auction items or anything?
We have too many.
I don't know if we're going to be able to fit everything we have as it is.
Okay, because I believe Rider Now magazine got a few baskets they want to give you.
That's fine.
So we'll bring them to you Sunday.
And like I said, we're looking at next year. So if we can't use them this year, we might save some stuff for next year.
There you go. There you go. So it's going to be a great event. We're looking forward to it. Tim, Ellen, we'll see you guys Sunday. I know you guys going to be exhausted because it's going to be a long day. But, you know, Tim's going to have a good time because he just loves taking pictures.
Yeah.
And he's so good at it.
He does. Every time I see his picture, I said, man, he got he takes some of the best pictures, man. And the lighting.
I'm figuring it out, man. Every time I go out, it gets better.
She's going to get some tips from you. I got her a nice camera, and it's sitting in her bag for there. I don't know about 6 months, but sitting there. I'm trying to get her to get it out of it.
I've used it, but I'm just not real good.
So she's trying to learn too, just get some snapshots. She takes good pictures off her phone, but you know, I had to have this camera, so we're gonna have to get some tips from Tim.
I just need different.
I'll give you free tips.
Okay. I just need new lenses.
Those are even better. Hey, Tim, Alan, we're looking forward to it. We'll see you guys this Sunday. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing your passion, and God bless you. We're giving you prayers because I know it's a lifetime of heartache, but you know what you're doing. Like you say, you're going to keep his name alive, keep his face out there. With this, he's like he's still there. He's still in your heart. God bless you. We'll see you this Sunday.